Hello, everybody. You have reached Healing Intuitive, and today is March 6th, 2017. I will be doing a reading for you for the week, this will be aimed at our healing and self care for the week. So, as you can see, I've pulled 3 cards already, and I'm going to turn them over one by one and give a description and do the reading. So the first card is the Singer of Intuition. Can you see that, hopefully? Anyways, it's in the reverse, so I will put it back down in reverse. But this card is a very nice card. Although it is in reverse, so I will just give you the meaning, basically, of it, and then I'll give you the reverse meaning. So basically, this is the Singer of Intuition, perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. The song of the Singer of Intuition carries all of the information there is. Some people believe that this information, often called the Akashic Records, is like a great filing cabinet or a library in the sky that we have to go to in order to get information intuitively or psychically. We didn't go anywhere. The song is sung within our blood and flesh and bones, just as it is within the rest of the universe. If, at humanity's present stage of evolution, we consciously heard the song in all its fullness, we would be overwhelmed, our minds burned out by the energy. A kindly universe has led us to a place in our development where we can consciously hear only bits of the melody. Usually we must develop skill in actively listening for it, but occasionally a few notes resonate so closely with our own being that we become aware of them. These involuntary experiences are what we call hunches or intuition or extended sense perceptions. We can improve our reception of the song by learning to be very still and to listen in a special way. What we get for practicing stillness through meditation and listening, just ask and then listen, is the ability to understand and interpret many symbols, the symbolism beyond the material symbols of oracles and omens themselves. Stars, omens, portents, movements of stars and mice, these are all part of one piece, the one song, and therefore a part of us as we are of them. Understanding them truly is just a matter of learning to be still, to ask, and to listen. Someday, as we evolve and grow, we will be able to hear more and more of the song and to base our actions and choices on greater knowledge. Patience and practice are the keys to all the subtle, clear senses. Clairaudience, which is clear hearing, clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairsentience, which is clear knowing, telepathy, which is hearing each other without words, precognition, which is knowing before and glimpses of a probable future. So this is the first card that I drew, and those are, the meanings of that. But since it's in reverse in protection, I'm going to give you the reverse meaning for this first card. So, which is when the song of the singer seems especially obscure, as indicated by the card reversed in a reading, we need to ask ourselves, how can I learn to be more quiet within myself, more peaceful? How can I better listen to the song of knowledge and wisdom? So this card, to me, really is, it seems like it's saying that you could figure out these ways, maybe with meditation, and to be able to get more quiet within yourself and peaceful, and also, learn to trust your intuition again. So to do some meditation could be really good this week for this card. So I'm going to move on to the next card. Let's see what that one is. Alright, so this one's in reverse as well. And I'm just going to show you it here. There we go. So this is the Pook. And I'm just going to turn it back upside down. Leave it there. So the Pook is kind of a shapeshifter card. It's a shape changer. It's about the good and bad and the bad and good. Paradox and resolution. So the Pook is a shape changer. He appears in whatever guise he thinks will be most confusing to you, depending on his purpose. Brian wrote, "He weaves spells to bemuse our senses and confuse our judgment. He is a master of the arts of illusion and delusion, holding up a distorting mirror to reveal the bad in the good and the good in the bad." The Pook also wishes to show us the bad in what we think to be good and vice versa. This may confuse us further, or it may help us to gain a more balanced understanding of how things really are. He is very against rigid mindsets and, in his own way, encourages the development of inquiring minds. His true face? I'm not certain that his shape changer even has a true face, though he did hold still long enough for Brian to paint him. However, the Pook is very good at the face he assumes. With them, he offers us contradictions and paradoxes, and finds it all too easy to confuse our judgment because we are often not thinking very clearly anyway. Sometimes we even hold two or more contradictory beliefs and boxes in our minds. If one is true, we think when we finally consider them, then the other must be false. Not so. Perhaps both are false. Perhaps both are partly true and partly false. We tend to cling desperately to our beliefs, even when they make no sense to others or are counter to our actual experience. Our paradoxes and confusions are self-created, and the Pook need only dress them up a bit, add a little sparkle, and dangle them before us in order to induce confusion. In that confusion, we are likely to believe almost anything someone presents to us, just to feel as if we have a metaphorical anchor in reality. His challenge is for us to wake up, to stop projecting our confusions on reality. Once we have seen the truth, seeming contradictions and paradoxes melt away in the manner of realizing the solution to a Zen koan, like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? When we get the answer, usually by a burst of insight cutting through the confusion and paradoxes, it always seems so simple, and we wonder how we could have been in such a tizzy about so simple a thing. We wonder why everyone doesn't understand this so very obvious thing. So I am going to read this card in the reverse reading, as it's in the reverse. So basically, it's saying there's a paradox that we are unable to resolve at this time. Recognizing the paradox helps move us closer to a solution for it, but the information or experience we need to resolve it is not yet available to us. The trick here is to avoid becoming bogged down by this. We need to get on with other aspects of our lives while acknowledging the difficulty here. If possible, we need to postpone related decisions and then relax about it, knowing that the insight we need will come, but we cannot rush it. In fact, trying to rush it usually only causes us to become more deeply mirrored in the confusion. Relax, wait, and stay alert. So we have these two cards. We have the Singer of Intuition in reverse, so that is basically saying that, you need to find and search for that deep peace within ourselves again, so that we could, be following our intuition again. And then the Pook basically is saying that there's something we cannot resolve at this time. The information is not yet available to us, so we could just get on with other aspects of our lives and meditate. Just meditate, and in time the answer will come. So I'm just going to turn this third card over. See what this is. Okay, so this is the, oops, sorry, shaking things up here. Jihobyab. It's a funny name. So at least this one's not in reverse. So this card is not in reverse this time, so it's okay. Basically, this is about imaginary fears, unreal hazards, realistic caution. So basically, this is G Hobya. He refuses to tell me what the G in his name stands for because, he says, the more we know about him, the less power he has, and the harder it is to do his job. This tells you a lot about him. His power lies in our imaginations and fears, not in the real world, not in any of the real worlds. This is the wicked thing in the closet who keeps frightened children awake at night with eerie snuffling, waffling sounds. But when you turn on the light and open the door, he isn't there. Brian wrote, he exists only through the collection of our fears. The Hobya thrives on fears, getting stronger and stronger until we face him. He's a sham, a tiny fear blown all out of proportion, and the smallest positive thoughts will banish him. All of Fairyland knows this, and none is afraid of him. His job is to wave our imaginary fears in front of us, making them look as alive and real as he can. He's pretty good at this. The challenge he offers us is that to see that certain fears of ours are imaginary and to distinguish them from things we actually need to be cautious about. In this way, he tries to teach us to look past the fear and see real truth, whatever that truth is. It is a difficult job, but some fairies get together twice a week for otherworld nectar, hazelnuts, cheese, and applesauce, and to grumble about humans and to support each other. The work they do, hard as it is merely an apprenticeship for the much harder work for which they get to wear a starry crown. So, basically, this is just saying that it is time to look for the truth beyond our fears, behind our fears, to distinguish between what is real and what is just our projection of old traumas and fears into our imaginary future. By delving into our old patterns, we can see past them to a more liberating life. Only by facing these fears honestly and seeing them for what they are do we gain greater ability to open our hearts to the singer of courage and gain strength to face the really difficult challenges in our lives. Each false fear confronted and resolved makes us much stronger. So it looks like to me, here we go. So this is saying that we need to work on getting back into stillness within ourselves and trusting our intuition. So by meditating or anything that's going to help you get back into that space is a good thing for this week, and that there's not going to be any resolution to something this week, but by meditating on it, it will soon come to pass. And also, if you're having some fears about something, then meditating on those fears might be another good thing to do to get answers to this paradox here. So yeah, this week is a good time to do some meditation on any imaginary fears or worries that you have, and to come to some sort of resolution. So yeah, for self-care this week and for your health, just allow things to come to pass. At some point there should be an answer. Just remember to find some quiet space inside yourself to trust your intuition and to work on those fears that are slowing you down from getting this answer. But this will resolve in time. So I hope you like that. I hope that'll help you for this week. My website is healingintuitive.com. I'm also on Twitter at healingintuitive. If you like this, please give it a like. If you like longer videos or shorter videos, also let me know that in the comments below. The first couple videos I did were longer, and I decided I'd try a shorter one today and just see how it goes. So I thank you very much for coming today, and we will see you again.